All right, today we're going to be working on figuring out which one we use. Do we use least common multiple? Do we do greatest common factor? And a lot of times there's clues that can tell us which one is the right one to do. So let's look at this first story problem. Sarah has 16 red flowers and 24 yellow flowers. She wants to make bouquets with the same number. Oh, I put that on. That's fine. The same number of each flower in a bouquet. What is the greatest number of bouquets she can make? Okay, right there is your giveaway. Greatest number will be greatest common factor. What's the greatest number of bouquets she can make? Okay, so we are going to have to figure out 24 and 16, the greatest common factor. So we're going to factor those out. Making your trees. And 2 times 3 doesn't give us a lot of room to work, does it? Okay, now we got 16. This comes down, you come down. All right. If you need to pause it for a minute, go ahead. So we've got 24 and 16. 24 gets 2, 2, 2, and 3. 2, 2, 2, and 3. And 16 gets 2, 2, 2, and 2. 2, 2, 2. And then I have another 2 and no 3, so that one's got to go over here by itself. Okay, you're lining up what's common. Make sure you line up what is common. You don't want to put a 3 under a 2 or a 3 over a 2 under a 3 or a 3 over a 2. They're not the same. They don't line up together. Okay? Circle your common pairs. Common factor, common pairs. They got to be buddies to come down. 2 times 2 times 2. Then finish it. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So the most number of bouquets she can make is 8. Oops, I forgot my U. Is 8 bouquets. 8 bouquets. Okay, that number greatest in there really gives that one away. All right, if you need to pause to finish up those notes, finish it out. I'm going to come out just a little bit because I can't stand it right on that thing. All right, got a little bump on my thing here. All right. 2 neon signs are turned on at the same time. Both signs blink when they are turned on. One blinks every 9 seconds. The other blinks every 15 seconds. In how many seconds will they blink together? This is just like that, like a Ferris wheel. One has like 10 cars, one has 15 cars. At what point will they come to the bottom together? That's going to be a least common multiple thing. If it's telling you when each one does something and when it will do it again together, it's always going to be least common multiple. So now we got to do the same thing, 9 and 15. Let's break it down. And 15 will be 3 times 5. Those are pretty simple ones. Okay? Let's do our thing here. Let's see, we got 9 is 3 and, oops, I did that one wrong, didn't I? 9 is 3 and 3. 15 is 3 and 5. Now, least common multiple, love to multiply columns, right? So 3 times 5. Least common multiple, we multiply 1 from each column. Doesn't matter, even if they're a pair, same house, 1 invitation to the party. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 5 is 45. So in how many seconds will they blink together again? 45 seconds. 45 seconds. Okay, if you need to, excuse me, if you need to pause to take this down, go ahead and take it down. So this first one was least common multiple, and this one was greatest common factor. All right, moving on. Lisa is making activity blankets to donate to charity. It's very nice of her. She has 12 coloring books, 28 markers, 36 crayons. What is the greatest number, there's that greatest word again, of baskets she can make if each type of toy is equally distributed among the baskets? So she wants to make it a basket, she wants to make it a fair share, she doesn't want to give one person extra toys and one person extra crayons, she wants to make it fair. How many of each supply will go into the baskets? So now we've got 3 numbers, and it says greatest number, so what is that going to tell us we're going to do? Greatest common factor. But we have to do that with 3 numbers instead of 2. So we have 12, we have 28, and we have 36. So you got to factor out all 3. Go ahead and pause now. Try and do your factor trees on your own, then pick this back up and make sure that you have them right. Now you might have something a little different, like you might have had 3 times 4. The biggest thing is to make sure at the bottom you have the same prime factorization. Doesn't have to be in the same order, but make sure that you do have the same numbers, like 2 2s and a 3. Okay, once you have those done, I'm going to line them up. Now it looks like 36 has the most factors, so I usually put the one with the most factors on top. Alright, 36 has 2 2s and 2 3s. 2, 2, 3, 3. 2, 2, 3, 3. I didn't forget any, they're all off. Alright, let's take 28 and line them up. 2 2s and a 7. 2 and a 2. And 7 doesn't have a pair, so it goes over by itself. 2, a 2, and a 7. Those are done. And then 12 has a 2, 2, and a 3. So a 2, and a 3. Now, here's the thing. With 3 numbers, it has to be the same in all 3. Even though this is a pair, this guy got left out. It's got to be the same in all 3. If you want it to be a full greatest common factor, it's got to match up in all of them. So this is kind of the exception of the rule, because there's 3 numbers, it's got to be in all 3. So we just do 2 times 2, and we get 4. Now, if you would have forgotten that and you would have brought down that 3, what is 4 times 3? 12. And if you counted by 12s, 12, 24, 36, we missed 28. That's why we couldn't include that 3, because 12 could not go into 28. Okay, so only if you have 3 numbers, it's got to be in all 3 for it to work. So how many of each supply would go in the baskets? 4 items. We could just say 4 items. Make sure you always want to label that somehow. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to ask someone. Okay, I'll go over number 4, but I'm not going to do all the work to see if we can figure out which one it would be. The school cafeteria serves tacos every 6th day, cheeseburger every 8th day. If tacos and cheeseburgers are on today's menu, how many days will it be before they're both on the same menu again? Nothing about greatest, nothing about what's the most I can put in each basket. It wants to know, when is it going to happen again? That's going to be your least common multiple. Okay? I'll go over a couple more without doing the work, just so you have the right idea of how to do them. Oops, let me just straighten out. Peter has 18 oranges, 27 pears, and 12 bananas. He wants to make fruit baskets with the same number of fruit in each basket. What is the greatest number, there's that greatest number again, of fruit baskets he can make? How many of each type of fruit will be in each basket? So greatest number of fruit tells you it should be greatest common factor. So you can label that just greatest common factor. All right, Math Counts Club had a party at school. There were 12 cookies and 40 slices of pizza to be shared equally. Each student had the same number of whole cookies and the same number of slices of pizza with nothing left over. How many students could have been at the party? Okay. So they want to know if you had 20 cookies and 40 slices of pizza to be shared equally, and each student had the same number of cookies and the same number of slices of pizza. So that should be greatest common factor. Now, it could be more than one factor. They're saying it can be more than one answer because it's not saying what's the greatest number of students that could have been at the party. It's just saying how many. So in that case, any factors that matched would work for that. So that one can have more than one answer. All right. 2 clocks are turned on at the same time. One clock chimes every 15 minutes. The other clock chimes every 25 minutes. And how many minutes will they chime together? Again, when will it come back together? Doesn't say anything about greatest. That should be least common multiple. Last one. Jenny goes to dance every 6 days, karate class every 12 days, and to the library every 18 days. On December 1st, she went to both classes and the library. On what date will she do both classes and go to the library? So in other words, when will it come together again that she will do all 3 of those things? So that one again is going to be least common multiple, but you got 3 numbers. You're still going to bring down 1 from every column. You're just using 3 numbers instead of 2. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Ask a parent or adult that's around you. I wish you all the luck in these. Try and really read into them and figure out, do they want to know when it's going to happen again? If they do, it's least common multiple. If they want to know what's the greatest number of kids I can have, or the most bags I can make, or how many will each treat have, or things like that, how many students could be in the class, that's always going to be greatest common factor. I hope you make great choices today and you have a wonderful day.